Now, let's head to the Bono region, where we've been hearing some disturbances occurred earlier today. Precious Semevor is there with us. Precious, good morning. Now, I understand that there was a bit of a skirmish about as early as 2 a.m. Can you fill us in on the details?
Yes, Kojo, as we wake up to that news in Sunyani East in the Bono region, where the incumbent Kosiami Atreme and Alfred Tia Yeboah are slugging it out to represent the New Patriotic Party in the upcoming election in December. Now, the information we picked this morning is that the constituency chairman, Mr. Musa Danta, and two others were allegedly attacked this morning whilst they were coming from the residency here in Sunyani. Now, according to the report, they saw a vehicle with about 3 occupants allegedly, holding guns and other machetes, following them. So they had to drive to the Sunyani Municipal Police Station for their own safety. Now, from there, the police escorted them to their, various residents whilst they continued with the investigation. But these are information that we cannot independently, verify. But the checks that I've done this morning points to the fact that yes, these people allegedly attacking the constituency chairman with 2 others are with the incumbent team. Now, according to them, they suspected that the constituency chairman and the other 2 were with some materials that allegedly were to be used for the elections. That is why they trade them, and they were also wondering why the constituency chairman, who is supposed to be neutral, was seen in the company of 2 others who are known members of the opponent's camp. But I talked to the constituency chairman, Mr. Musa Danta, this morning, and he categorically said that yes, indeed, it happened. They were trained. They drove to the municipal police station. But when I put the question to him that was he physically attacked, was he manhandled, was any of the other 2 occupants of his car manhandled, he categorically said no, none of himself and the other occupants were attacked. But he confirmed that indeed they were trailed, and the people trailing them, they saw them allegedly with guns and other things. That is why they drove to the police station. But the police gave them an escort whilst they continued with the investigation. But that aside, Kojo, I can say that as at now in the Sunyani East constituency, the election is ongoing peacefully. If you can see behind me, this is Ankobra electoral area in Abisim, also in the Sunyani East constituency. Now, 31 delegates are expected to cast their votes today here at this particular polling station. And as I speak to you, about 20 of them have already gone through the process. And according to the electoral officer here, Nikwe, everything has been successful so far. They started at exactly 7 a.m. and so far it's been smooth up to this time. And when I asked him what happens when the remaining about 10 or 11 people also comes to cast their vote, he said they'll have to wait until up to 1 p.m. Before voting collation and then voting could be done. And other centers that have been to also indicates that the process, the election process, is going on smoothly here in Sunyani East constituency, where the majority chief whip Akosiami Atreme is having a stiff challenge from the president of the Bronga Bar Association, Alfred Yeboah, in this particular election. Days leading up to the exercise has been a bit tense. It was, culminated with what happened this morning at 2 a.m. But as of now, it's been peaceful so far in the electoral areas that I've been to so far.
Now, Precious, this is a rather serious incident that you're describing. Armed thugs accosting political actors on the day of an election. Some might even describe this as vigilantism. How is the police responding to this? Have there been any arrests?
Well, my checks from the police at the moment does not point to the fact that they've made any arrests. Now, according to my source, they are still investigating to be sure if indeed the other people who were allegedly, with guns and other machetes, indeed were with those equipment. So no arrest has been made. But I'm also told that those who were trailing the constituency chairman and his other two occupants, who we understand belongs to Alfred Chanyebo's camp, as they drove to the police station, they joined them there, but no arrest was made there. I'm not too sure if it suggests that they did not find anything with those people, but as at now, no arrest has been made so far in this particular incident as it happened this morning.
Has any protection been provided for those who reported the incident?
Yes, when I spoke to Mr. Musa Danta, he told me this morning that the police did a good job as they gave him an escort to his home, as well as the other occupants of his car. And as at now, he is safe. When I asked him whether he is safe wherever he is, he said emphatically that he is safe. The police is ensuring that nothing untoward happens to him or any other person within the constituency where he happens to be the chairman of the New Patriotic Party in the constituency.
Right. Now, Precious, tell us briefly about those who are contending for the position of candidate. What are their messages? What have their messages been to the delegates so far?
Kojo, the incumbent, Akwesiamia Treme, is seeking to represent the party the fourth time in Sunyani East. As I earlier said, he is the majority chief whip in parliament, clearly indicating that he is sort of a veteran as far as parliamentary work is concerned. Now, he believes that he has done a lot of projects in the constituency, Sunyani and its surrounding towns, and he is appealing to delegates that a lot of the projects that he has started needs to be completed, just like the president himself, Nana Akufo-Addo. So he's appealing to the conscience of the delegates to give him another mandate to be able to complete the project that he has started, and also to beef up other developmental projects in the constituencies. Now, but there is something going up against him. 12 years ago, now, this same candidate, Akwesiamia Treme, then J.H. Mensah, was the MP for Sunyani East. Now, as part of his message during the campaigning, said that he has been there for quite long, and it is not a family, inheritance. So he will have to pave way for others to also come. So it appears his opponents are using the same message against him, that he has gone 3 times and seeking to do that for the 4th time, and they think that enough is enough. Whatever he wishes to do, he should be able to do it within the last 12 years. But his opponent, lawyer Alfred Chanyeboa, he is such a calm, gentle man. He used to be the deputy regional secretary of the Bono Region, Brong Ahafo, of the New Patriotic Party. That is when the 3 regions used to be one. He is the Brong Ahafo president of the Ghana Bar Association, and he is also repeating the same thing. And he believes that the incumbents have not done so well as far as unity is concerned in the constituencies. He believes that he has not been able to bring divided, factions together to ensure that there is unity and cohesion within the party, and he believes he is the man to be able to bring everybody together. Now, he's also saying that the project and then being the voice of the people, he believes that he calls the incumbent his senior brother and a good friend, whatever that he wishes to do, he should be able to have done it this time. And he is also hoping that he'll get the opportunity to represent the constituents and then garner more development for the people, particularly the rural areas of Sunyani. It is interesting, if you come to Sunyani East, you might think that the Sunyani Central is the most important thing, but there are lots of villages and towns outside the Sunyani township. And if you go there, lots of deprivements, they lack schools, basic amenities, water, and health care, and a lot of the things that he believes he is the right person to work together with the municipal assembly and other government agencies to bring such development to the people of Sunyani East constituency.
Now, you talk of a lot of deprivation in some parts of Sunyani East. Now, we're not in ordinary times. So I wonder if you could perhaps show us around with your camera. Let's have a look at how well the COVID-19 safety protocols are being observed by those who are present to participate in this important electoral exercise.
So, if you can see from here, there's not a lot of people here. Only I can count just about 10 people standing some few meters away from where the exercise is currently going. Obviously, some of them are observers, and some of them are also delegates who may have already gone through the process. If they are standing in groups, you have, at least I can see from that side, about 6 people are standing there, and only about 3 or 4 of them are properly wearing their face mask. The others are not wearing it, not even talk about having them hang around their jaw. But if you come to where the exercise itself is going, the electoral officers are all wearing their face mask. As I entered here first, I had to go through the process by sanitizing my hands even before I could get closer to the electoral officers. So, and the social distancing, I can also report that it is quite good with all the officers here. And it is the same thing with all the other polling centers that I've visited this morning. So, I can report that indeed they are observing the protocols laid down. And that is part of the communique released by the regional secretariat of the New Patriotic Party, signed by the communications director, where he urged every participant to ensure that they adhere strictly to the safety protocols to ensure that, yes, the election is important, but our lives are also important, and we need to ensure that we do not spread the COVID-19 in the process of electing leaders to represent us in Parliament.
Precious, I want to thank you for your time, and no doubt we'll be returning to you for more updates as this key contest unfolds. We appreciate your time. And that's our correspondent, Precious Semevo, reporting on events unfolding in Sunyani, where already guns have been drawn at 2 a.m., long before the polls opened. We are told that thugs accosted some of the supporters of one of the contenders. The incumbent is the one who is suspected to be supported by those who were carrying the weapons. The police are looking into it, and we will bring you all the details.